What if Earth suddenly started spinning twice as fast? Would your day be cut in half? Would gravity change? Would we get superpowers or super disasters? Let's unravel the science behind what would actually happen if the rotation of our planet doubled, and why it might be far more terrifying than thrilling. Welcome to Ifology. If you're new here, make sure to like and subscribe. It helps us a lot and motivates us to keep uploading mind-bending content every single week. Alright, strap in, this ride's going to be a blur. Right now, Earth spins at about 1,670 kilometers per hour, 1,038 miles per hour at the equator. That rotation gives us our 24-hour day, our time zones, and helps shape weather patterns and ocean currents. But what if that rotation suddenly increased to 3,340 kilometers per hour, 2,076 miles per hour? That's twice the speed, meaning your day would only be 12 hours long. You'd get just 6 hours of sunlight and 6 hours of night every spin. Forget hitting snooze, you'd go from sunrise to sunset before your breakfast even digests. So what's the big deal about shorter days? Well, it's not just your sleep schedule that would get messed up. Plants depend on day-night cycles. Photosynthesis is tightly linked to sunlight exposure. If daylight hours are halved, crops and ecosystems worldwide could destabilize. Trees wouldn't get enough sunlight. Some animals would become confused by the new rhythm, and circadian rhythms in humans would be thrown into chaos. You'd probably feel permanently jet-lagged. Your body wouldn't know when to sleep or eat. And that's just the biological side of things. One of the biggest consequences of a faster rotation: extreme weather. Earth's spin is responsible for the Coriolis effect, which helps shape wind patterns and drives the formation of cyclones and jet streams. Double the speed means jet streams intensify. Storms spin faster. Hurricanes become more violent. Weather systems move across continents in hours instead of days. In other words, more storms, less time to prepare. Plus, with faster spin, the equator would bulge even more. Yes, Earth is already a little fatter around the middle due to centrifugal force. But now, that bulge gets bigger, and sea levels would rise at the equator while dropping at the poles. Some tropical islands would be permanently underwater. Meanwhile, the Arctic might become drier, colder, and weirder. Here's where it gets interesting and a little freaky. When Earth spins faster, centrifugal force increases, which reduces your effective weight, especially near the equator. Gravity doesn't actually get weaker, but you would feel lighter because the outward force opposes gravity's pull. Near the equator, you might weigh up to 1 kilogram less. Not a huge change, yet. But if Earth spun even faster, people could eventually float. Still, even doubling the spin would be enough to affect construction, balance, fluid dynamics, and even how your blood moves. Tall buildings would need new stabilization designs, planes would have to adjust flight paths, and water in lakes and oceans would get pulled slightly outward toward the equator. Speaking of water, faster spinning would redistribute the oceans. Water would slosh toward the equator due to the stronger centrifugal force. The equator could see a rise in sea level by several meters, flooding low-lying regions and altering coastlines across Africa, South America, and Southeast Asia. Meanwhile, areas near the poles might see a drop in sea levels, revealing new land but also potentially disrupting ocean currents like the thermaline circulation, which regulates Earth's climate. This wouldn't just be a tide issue, it would change where people can live, farm, and survive. Ever feel like time is moving too fast? Well, on this new super spin Earth, days would be shorter, calendars would change, and our sense of time would need rewriting. Instead of a 365-day year with 24-hour days, we'd have 730 shorter days in a year. We'd need to invent a whole new clock system. Imagine working 4-hour shifts and going to bed twice a day. It would change everything from business hours to international flights to your favorite TV schedule. But we're not done yet. We haven't talked about satellites, space stations, or how this new spin would impact Earth's magnetic field. Oh, and let us not forget what would happen to our moon and the delicate gravitational balance it helps maintain. The Earth's faster spin could destabilize satellites, cause global blackouts, and potentially tear the moon away from us forever. And yes, it gets even more chaotic from here. Let's pick up where we left off. With Earth now spinning at double speed, It's not just our days, nights, and oceans being reshaped. There's a cosmic domino effect still unfolding. You might not think of satellites when imagining Earth spinning faster, but they're one of the first systems to suffer. Most satellites, especially those in geostationary orbit, are positioned to stay in sync with Earth's 24-hour rotation. If Earth spins faster, these satellites would fall out of sync. They'd no longer hover in place. Instead, they'd drift, lose signal, and become useless to navigation, internet, and communication systems. This could mean massive GPS outages, global communication blackouts, disrupted airline and shipping operations, collapsed financial transaction timing systems. Satellites might have to be repositioned or completely redesigned to match the new rotational speed. And until then, Earth would be temporarily plunged into a digital dark age. Now let's talk lunar consequences. The moon's gravitational pull creates our tides and helps stabilize Earth's axial tilt. But a sudden change in Earth's spin would destabilize the gravitational balance between us and the moon. It's possible the moon would slowly drift away faster than it already is, currently about 3.8 centimeters per year. Or worse, tidal forces might go haywire, creating super tides that rise dozens of meters. Entire coastlines could flood twice a day, disrupting marine life, cities, and global ecosystems. And if Earth's increased spin altered the moon's orbital path significantly, it could trigger orbital decay or force a new tidal lock, changing how we see the moon forever. And that's just one celestial side effect. Here's where things get terrifying. Earth's magnetic field, the invisible shield that protects us from solar radiation, is powered by the motion of molten iron in the outer core. Doubling Earth's spin could either disrupt or intensify this dynamo effect. If disrupted, the magnetic field could weaken or even collapse temporarily, exposing the surface to deadly solar flares and cosmic radiation. If intensified, it might scramble navigation systems, cause more frequent auroras, or even reverse polarity. Radiation storms, blackouts, and increased cancer risks. All very real possibilities. Even migrating animals who rely on magnetic navigation would lose their sense of direction. In the long term, this new Earth might force rapid evolution. Animals and plants would need to adapt to shorter days, new climates, stronger storms, and altered light cycles. You might see nocturnal species going extinct, plants evolving faster growth cycles, birds losing migratory patterns, humans developing new sleep patterns, and possibly changes in hormone production. This faster spinning, Earth could become a different planet entirely biologically, ecologically, and atmospherically. Let's step out of the science lab and into the streets. Shorter days mean less productivity, more energy usage, and cultural shifts in everything from mealtimes to education. Countries might adopt new time systems, with 12-hour Earth days replacing traditional calendars. We'd likely see the rise of double-day living, people working 2 shorter shifts instead of 1 long day. Nocturnal cities designed for the new 6-hour night. Chrono-adapted technology that shifts lighting and temperature to simulate longer days. Your body would eventually adapt, but slowly. Until then, expect chaos, depression, and a lot of very confused dogs. Here's the ultimate plot twist. There's a limit to how fast Earth can spin before it breaks apart, literally. This limit is called the breakup velocity. So doubling the speed is still safe, but we'd be skating dangerously close to instability. Add a little more spin, and Earth becomes a planetary blender. So, could Earth ever spin twice as fast? Not naturally, not anytime soon. But theoretically, a colossal cosmic impact, gravitational forces from a nearby celestial object, or hypothetical alien tech could alter Earth's spin. Scientists have even proposed that Earth's rotation was once faster billions of years ago, and that it is gradually slowing down due to tidal friction. So who knows? If Earth's spin could change once, maybe it could again. So what do you think? Would you survive on a 12-hour Earth? Or would the new world leave humanity behind? Drop your wildest theories in the comments below. We love reading them. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss another cosmic twist from Ifology. Until next time, keep spinning. And stay curious.